Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop, and today I'm going to be making a very simple how-to video on how to read a micrometer, and this will be for imperial measurements. So this is a 0 to 1 mic that I'm going to be using for demonstration. So I've had a lot of requests for making very simple basic videos like this to try to help people along. We have a lot of viewers that are in school or new at machining and metalworking, and they look to these YouTube videos to try to help them along the way and learn how to use these tools. So I want to show you how to read a micrometer, and I have several other types of how-to videos I'd like to make as well pertaining to measuring tools and things like that. All right, so we're going to use my good trusty 0 to 1 Starrett micrometer. This was also my granddad's and my dad's, so you're looking at a third generation mic there that's been well used for many years, well over 40-50 years probably. All right, so I want to point out also that this is a ratcheting micrometer, so you have a ratcheting thimble there on the end of the mic. There are several mics that you can buy that do not have the ratchet thimble on the end. The purpose of the ratchet is so that whenever you go to take your measurement, you use this and it applies the proper amount of torque to the mic, giving you the proper reading. So if you're using a mic without the ratchet there, you have to be careful on how much pressure that you apply to the screw here whenever you're getting your feel. Okay, a lot of times whenever I'm using a mic, even if it has a ratcheting thimble, whenever I'm holding it, I'll use the side of my finger to kind of pull it very gently to get the proper feel on the measurement. And you'll kind of, once you get some practice, you'll know what the proper feel is to use your finger to move the barrel there. All right, so I will show you this. We've got this standard right here. So this is a Brown and Sharp. This was my granddad's here, and we'll use this to check the mic that we're using there and make sure that we're on. This is another good thing to show you for the guys that are learning this stuff. So I'm going to put this in there, and I'm holding this mic in a clamp here to try to help with the video. So this isn't normally how I measure things, but just trying to bring you some good video there. So we're going to put the gauge in between the anvils there and get it centered up, and I'm just using a ratchet thimble, and I can feel it that it's in there properly. And we zoom in there, I think we can see that our 0 point right there is near perfectly lined up with this horizontal line going across there. So that's your reference line on your micrometer in the center there that you're going to be referencing this barrel to right there. So we have a good mic. We're right on size. So we'll go ahead and take that out of there, and we'll go ahead and begin with what all these numbers and lines mean on a micrometer. So to kind of start with, the way that I always like to look at it when I was trying to learn this stuff too is no matter what size mic you're using, you have a 0 to 0 measurement there. That's 0 to 999 thousandths. So this is the distance of 1 inch right there. And if you imagine these 2 points of reference, this 0 and 0 there, you have 1,000 equal places in between there, and that's where you're getting your measurements. So you'll notice you'll have a 1 on the top here. You have a 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So that's 100ths. So that's 100 thousandths, 200, 300, all the way up until you get to the full inch there. All right. Also on the top line, let me see if we can get you in a little bit closer. No, that's it. You also have a line in the middle there, so that's 50. So that'd be 50 thousandths, 100, 150, 200, and so forth. There's 250, 3. Alrighty. On the bottom of that line, I know it's a little bit harder to see there, but each one of those lines is going to represent 25 thousandths of an inch. So starting with your 0, first line will be 25 thousandths, the second line will be 50, third line will be 75, and then the fourth is going to be exactly 100 thousandths. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll run the barrel in just a little bit here. We'll bring it on in so that a little bit easier to see what's going on. So let's go to, we're going to go to 100. I'm going to line it up on a 0. But what I want you to know now is all of these numbers on a barrel. You see we start with 0 and it counts, 1, and as we go all the way around, you're going to end up, there's 24 and then there's 25. So each revolution of the barrel is 25 thousandths of an inch. On the bottom there of the barrel, you'll see each line is 25 thousandths. So each time you go around, so right there we're at 125 thousandths of an inch, 126, 127. So you add up the top line and the bottom line, and then whatever division that you're on the barrel here, lined up with the center horizontal line, that you add that together for your total measurement. So if we was to be measuring that right there, all right, so that would be 134 thousandths right there. All right, I've got a couple of gauge pins right here. Actually, we have a standard that we'll use. This is another Brown and Sharp. This is a 2-inch standard, and we'll measure the diameter of this pin right here. So we'll stick it in there, and we'll go ahead and use our ratchet, and then make sure we're squared up nicely. So let's see what we ended up on. So start with 2, because you know you've already passed the 2. All right, you can look at the top line and see that we're at the 50, but if you count the bottom, you know that you have 2 lines that you've passed, so 25 and 50. So you have 200 plus 50 plus 9, because you see the line, the 9 is lined up with that line right there. So we are at 259 thousandths, measuring the diameter of this pin right here. All right, we got a couple more that we'll use for references, and I picked these out because these are kind of standard sizes. So 375 thousandths is the diameter of this gauge pin right here. That's also the same as 3/8 of an inch. So we know we've hit 3, so that'd be 300 thousandths. And then you've got 3 of the 25 thousandths divisions, 25, 50, and then we ended up on our 0 for our last revolution there, so that's another 25, so that's 375 thousandths of an inch. Now, you also have tenths on this micrometer right here, which I can't really show you. I'm going to have to reconfigure the tenths there. So on the tenths, if you're past the 0, so it actually looks like we're past that 0, I'm going to say 1 to 2 tenths past that. You have to go up on the top of the mic to line up one of these numbers on the barrel to indicate how many tenths past you are, and we'll look at that as well. All right, so here's one more gauge pin that we'll measure for reference there. This is a 437 thousandths gauge pin, and you see it's got the plus on there, so it is going to measure just slightly over 437. That's going to be in your tenths range. All right, so this would be 7/16 standard inch sizing right there. All right, let's zoom in there and check out what it reads. So again, you already passed the 4, so go ahead and say 4.4. You already passed the 25 thousandths division there on the bottom. All right, and then you've gone around and you're lined up on the 12. So the way I read that is 425 plus the 12 thousandths. That's going to equal 437 thousandths once you add all those up. All right, I'm going to demonstrate the tenth reading on the top of the mic now. We'll go ahead and put our 437 back in here and clamp it back in. So we already know we have a 437 thousandths reading, but our 0 is just slightly past. But if you'll notice on the top of the mic right there, on the top of that barrel, all right, there we go. You see you have a series of parallel lines starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes all the way around to 9. And if you'll look over here, this number 16 is perfectly in line with that number 1 line right there. So this is 1/10. The one after that would be 2/10, and you can see it's slightly off. Okay, so I'm going to call it 16 as being the one that's lined up with the number 1. So we are at 0.4371, the 1 being the 1/10. So that's how you split 1/1000th of an inch, is lining up whichever one of these lines, 0, 1 through 9, is perfectly in line with one of these numbers on the rotating barrel. That's what you add to your figure that you come up with. One more quick note that I want to point out about a 0 to 1 inch mic is that that's the only OD mic that you can run the barrel all the way in and touch both anvils just like that. And it's important to note that you should never leave them together like that, especially whenever you're storing them. So if you're going to put this mic up, don't run it all the way in there until it's tight and leave it like that. One trick that you can do is put a little piece of volatile paper in between there and run it up. That way it keeps the anvils oiled and not jammed in there together. So always just leave them apart just a little ways. It doesn't matter how far. Just run them out a little bit whenever you go to put it back in your case or put it in your toolbox. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to conclude this how-to video on how to read an inch micrometer. And hopefully you guys liked it, and I'm hoping that it helped a few of you guys out there that's trying to get out there in the shop and learn how to do the machining and the metalworking and the precision measuring and things like that. So if you have any other suggestions for some tools that you would like to see me demonstrate here on a how-to, be sure to leave me a comment, and hopefully you leave me a thumbs up and you enjoyed the video. So until then, we'll see you on the next one.